Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 9 of season 2 and it is called The Castle. Last episode, we basically focused entirely on Ed and Peggy, including the bits we missed the episode before last, so it was sort of filling us in a little bit as well. And of course all the crazy shit that went down in the house with Dodd there, including us basically finding out that Peggy is just completely insane, in an adorable way, but still very much insane. The fact she just nonchalantly stabbed Dodd twice just due to verbal disrespect shows her level of disconnect between her actions and how the rest of the world would view such an act. And it just went crazy, because obviously Ed was trying to give Dodd back to the Gerhards, but because they were not answering, he just decided to give them to Mike instead, who he did get in touch with. But of course, the previous episode before last, we saw what Mike was going through on his side of that phone call. So I don't know whether or not Mike is on his way. If he does come now, he's going to be thoroughly disappointed, of course, because not only that, but Native American guy found out where they were by tracking them and getting to the gas station where Ed had made the phone call and interrogating the gas station employee. So he shows up in the house and we think, oh no, Ed and Peggy are screwed now, and he tells them to move and shoots Dodd dead. I've been thinking all week about what his motivation might be for doing that, but I still have no idea. I hope they answer that question this episode, because I'm completely in the dark. I must have missed something if there was any foreshadowing to why he would do that. And then Peggy shows how gangster she is for about the third time in this episode, because not only did she stab Dodd twice while he was tied up, she stabbed him once in the foot after he got out, and now when the Native American guy sees Lou and Ted Danson show up and open fire, she takes the opportunity to stab him in the shoulder too. So he ducks out the back door just as Lou and Ted Danson arrive, and Ed and Peggy put their hands up. Boom, that is exactly where we left off. So I'm guessing this episode might start with them being taken to the police station, already being at the police station, something like that, but there is of course only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's do it. This is episode 9, The Castle, season 2. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. This is an interesting start to the episode. I love these little stylistic choices because it just shows an extra layer of creativity has been applicated to the script. It's not just a script with dialogue and things happening, it's a script envisioning camera shots and styles and shit.
Readers will know that I've chosen to file this case as a Minnesota crime, even though most of the murders took place in North and in South Dakota.
This sounds like many YouTube channels I've watched in the past, watching like Jack the Ripper documentaries and shit.
And Peggy Blomquist were just 29 years old on the night their lives changed forever.
Oh, that was good foreshadowing. I'm interested now. You know, I watched the There's No Country for Old Men scene the other day, and I'm telling you man, dude had the plaid shirt, the suspender straps and everything. Very similar. Uh-oh. If I was him, I would not phone the police right now. Just do whatever he wants. He doesn't need you for nothing actually, it's fine, you can go. You can go. You can go to sleep, bitch. Peggy is certainly a feisty one.
Not much is known about Ohanzi Dent.
Was that his name? Ohanzi?
He was the Gerhardt's man. Or he had been.
And his last name's Dent. So if I forget Ohanzi, I'll definitely remember Dent. Like Two-Face. Except this guy's got one face. And it's a badass face. Looks like he's going to be losing Lou and Ted Danson again though. Straight to the nearest gas station, grab the nearest car, and out of there.
So this is what all the fuss is about?
Yes, sir. Blomquist, Mr. and Mrs.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You would be fucking surprised.
We're realized.
What's she saying?
Yeah, they're actualized, realized. You have no idea about the levels they're on.
Gerhardt boy, Dodd.
He came to the house after Peggy and she knocked him on his ass.
Several times. Tased him, stabbed him, did whatever she wanted with him, really.
We're on a journey.
Can we just...
I hope Peggy's dialogue remains just like this for the remainder of the show.
Cover him in bacon and leave him for the dogs?
I stabbed him. The Indian.
Makes us look like the gang that can't shoot straight, doesn't she?
She does. She is like the most badass character on the non-criminal side, hands down.
Spoke to this fella Milligan, and he said he'd protect us if we gave him Dodd.
They're coming here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope he didn't think Mike was responsible for the killing of Dodd. He certainly is not the guy who gives orders to Mr. Dent. I've already forgotten his first name. I won Mr. Dent. The respect I have for him, I couldn't call him by his first name. It's Mr. to me, okay?
Corruption.
Allegedly.
So we take them north, someplace where people got their heads on straight.
That's a good strategy. At least they know there's corrupt police in Kansas and they have to take them somewhere where they're out of the reach of even the corrupt police officers. It's fucked up they even have to plan like that though.
Through blind luck, they're not up to... Believe me, we're in a wire.
They'll make the effort if they think it'll keep them off death row.
Look, I've met this Milligan fella.
I think Ed and Peggy would wear wires. I kind of feel bad for them at this point. Yes, they're not perfect, but they don't deserve the fate of, like, you know, Lester last season, for example, or William H. Macy in the movie.
We squeeze the lemons we got and use the juice to catch these big fish. So get with the program.
Well, Lou's been outranked on that one.
You're not up to the task. This is a war. Don't you get it? I'm responsible for you and you're breathing because of me.
I agree with Lou. Although I think he will be surprised in the resilience of these two, you don't want to be throwing two civilians in the middle of a gang war wearing wires.
You coming?
Good to have at least one grown up here, don't you think?
Ted Danson's not going to be able to make any difference anyway, but at least he gets to see exactly what they're putting them up to.
You two are in the shit just about past your eyes.
You never want to be in shit at eye level. Let's spare a moment's thought for all the human beings that were up to shit at eyeball level. In the annals of human history, that has got to be one of the toughest rolls of the dice.
A recording device, son. Are you stupid?
Hey!
You've got to love a woman who's defensive of a man. She's so endearing, Peggy. In all her insanity, she has never bestowed any of it upon Ed because she loves him. And I guess, you know, watching this, I guess it's made me realise that, you know, love and loyalty is far more important to me than any kind of sanity. I'd take Peggy.
The low-level enforcer for the Kansas City Mafia was playing a dangerous game.
It's weird we're all of a sudden this episode getting a weird posh English narrator who sounds like he was on the Stanley Parable.
I'm on my way to collect the eldest Gerhardt mail.
He sought to rout the Gerhardt family once and for all.
Right, so Mike is going to try and use this as a way back into the family while also playing dumb that he himself and the kitchen brother didn't kill the Undertaker and his two goons. Probably the smartest thing Mike could have done in this situation. Hey, Molly Solverson cameo, what's happening, Molly? The best darn non-detective detective this side of the something something. I've said it every time, but I don't mind if we see, you know, some of the struggles she goes through as a character, but I just genuinely don't feel like there's a need for them to have to show us her passing away this season. Especially now there's only 2 episodes left, it'd be such a fucking downer. I don't know if anything after it would, you know, be good enough to alleviate me from the downer. Oh, great. Well, that's what I get for opening my big fat fucking mouth, innit? Found by Molly as well, that's heartbreaking. I hope she's not dead. Did she get back up? Do you think Molly got her to an ambulance? That was a clean kill. He's not getting any information from this guy. He finally lost the coin toss. I love this sort of surreal music going on just now, mixed with the landscape shots.
Put out an APB.
Sir, I'm supposed to escort you out of state.
What the fuck?
He is wanted in conjunction with a double-digit number of homicides.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, this is the cops who are corrupt for the Gerhards showing up now. I fucking hate the police enough as it is, but seeing that giant corrupt element, which does exist in every large police force out there, even small ones in small towns have a corrupt element. If you were one of the non-corrupt ones, how could you get by doing your day-to-day job just knowing these people are essentially untouchable and also doing fucked up shit? They're even worse than the criminals because they're hypocrites. They're pretending to be good guys while being criminals and going after criminals while being criminals.
We appreciate your giddy up on this thing, but we're not fresh off the boat here.
What if, for instance, the Kansas crew just get the corrupt police to start going after Ed and Peggy? Or the Gerhard family? They might not even need to send any actual criminal backup. Motor motel. Well, it's nice the cars have a place to sleep.
Hey, Captain. Talk to you for a second.
Your man was out of line.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this? This has got to be Dent.
Liberated France in the Great War. Not single-handedly, but I like to think they couldn't have done it without me.
That's a good way of putting it. Not humble, but not arrogant. Perfect.
He told Eisenhower to go to hell once on account of his orders would have got us all killed.
Understandable reason to say that to someone.
Stay or go. Makes no difference to me. Tomorrow, I'm taking the fight to the enemy.
Wow, this guy just seems all balls, no brains. I think Lou and Ted Danson had a better chance of dealing with this gang war than this idiot. He just seems like an absolute bulldog of a human being with no tactical ability, which I think will be necessary in order to not get people killed while trying to intervene in this shit. Because these people will go to war with the police if they need to. We've seen that already.
It's okay. We'll go into the barn.
No. No secrets here.
Yeah, she's the boss. You better have your conversation in front of her.
Says he found Dad.
Ah, shit. This poor woman has dealt with so much heartache.
When exactly did he decide to betray the rest of his employers?
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
Was it here? Or maybe earlier?
All you gotta do is be straight with us.
Oh, they're teasing us. They know what they're doing. They know we all want to know.
Kansas City, that Milligan fella. It's an ambush, Laverne. Butcher grabbed Dodd, fled the state.
Not only has he double-crossed them, killed one of the sons of the family, he's now lying to them. He better have a really good reason for double-crossing them, considering they brought him in when he was 8 years old.
I'll handle this myself. Yes, ma'am. Will they waste him the devil's hours?
So is he trying to lure her out personally now to kill her? I wish I knew why he was doing this. I'm so confused.
Anyone want tea?
No thanks, son.
Officer?
It's detective.
The fuck's this guy's problem today? You better do what she says, Ed. There's no telling what she'll do if you don't.
We can just...
Even if they escape, where will they go next? They are so screwed when you think about their situation. Don't know why he's thinking about her whatsoever. He didn't care about that woman.
I don't wanna feel down.
He is a badass character. I love Mike Milligan. He's a good villain. He's like this season's Malvo, but completely his own, personality and shit.
Say they found Constance Heck dead in a room at the South Nick Hotel. Guess she went out there for a conference.
Essentially, Lou can't do anything now. Oh shit, he's going back. This is so risky now, even the police are against Lou. Luckily we know he survives, but still, how he's going to have any effect on the outcome of this, I am skeptical about.
I tried. You heard.
Oh man, he didn't need to kill that woman. You know what's fucked up? I liked this Native American guy most of the season and now he just seems like a cold-blooded dickhead. Like I said, his reasoning better be very, very good.
We got a lot of swinging dicks around here, but command's been delegated. I'm in here. You're not.
I swear this guy didn't have such a big attitude towards Lou and Ted Danson earlier in the season. What's caused him to all of a sudden just become a douche?
What I'm observing is ice machine's crapped out.
I'm sure that's the top of his priority list. I definitely have a prediction about this little side story about this new police task force that are doing things without Lou and shit. I think they're gonna fail miserably and probably many of them might die. Just spotted the Gerhard convoy.
Motor Motel, this is Lou Salverson. They're coming. Do you hear me? They're coming.
Oh shit. No, I don't want to see Ed and Peggy killed like this. Something else has to happen.
I want you with the vehicle. Make sure you're safe. Hansi will stay too.
Okay.
The fact she's even coming on this mission is kinda insane. She shouldn't have done this. This is a stupid move by the boss of a family.
Best piss I ever took was in a kitchen sink. It's liberating, I think. Pissing someplace where you're not supposed to.
Not inviting that guy round to my house anytime soon.
6 coffees and a knee-high first. Now that was a good piss.
So yeah, if I think this is gonna go how it's gonna go, this task force is gonna get annihilated, but Ed and Peggy will survive. And hopefully Ted Danson survives.
One man on guard. Milligan's on the second floor.
Stay with Ma.
But the fact Dent's here, all bets are off. Who knows what his plan is? It's certainly not to help the Gerhards in the long term. And if only she knew how badly she messed up getting left alone with him. He could just put a bullet in the back of her head.
Pissing in the pool.
That's just gross.
Who are these fucking cops? This is fucking tense. I don't exactly know how this is gonna go, but just looking at the manpower they've brought, I know the Gerhards are coming out victorious. It seems like these guys are gonna get absolutely annihilated though. I just hope Ted Danson escapes with Ed and Peggy. Shit, straight away shanked him. I never expected the Gerhards to pull off a stealth assassin move. I mean, look at how many people they've brought. They've literally brought everyone. The only way this can go wrong is if Dent does something. They've set up all the chess pieces very well for this showdown.
No!
Oh well, there goes the police. Thank God. Ted Danson is the only one who saw this shit coming.
All clear.
And fair play to that guy, I was genuinely expecting him to die in this scene.
Rapid City all over again.
Oh, he wasn't ready for the life spring jutsu. It's what you get for not being actualized, bitch. Has he just stabbed her? Ah, fuck, I was worried he was gonna do something while he was alone with her. Oh no. Don't tell me he's just died as well. Don't do it, Lou. I really like that Gerhard brother. I hope he survives this. Who's he shooting now? All the Gerhards. Oh man, he's massacring them. Oh, this is so fucked up. Oh no, now he's shot Ted Danson.
Professional, you said.
Yeah.
The fact that he had shown his true self to them in a moment of vulnerability.
That's an interesting take. I wonder what the truth is. They better tell us what the truth is. Fuck off, this isn't happening. You are fucking kidding me. Oh shit. I like that Gerhard brother, and it's a shame that he's dead, but yeah, there's a flying saucer.
for it, huh?
What a combo by Ed and Peggy. Boiling water into a right cross. Beautiful.
It's just a flying saucer, Ed. We gotta go.
And Peggy doesn't give a fuck about the flying saucer. She really decides to choose what her passions are in life, doesn't she? Life Springs, amazing. Flying saucers, eh. And why didn't Lou talk about the flying saucer in season 1? Madness. A gunfight interrupted by a UFO. I've never seen that before. Ted Danson did get shot before as well. Luckily, I think it was only in the sort of stomach area, so hopefully he will survive that wound. It could be a spleen wound. And now Mike will just be able to pick off the scraps. Not that he needs to. That's basically the entire Gerhard family dead, I guess now. Literally, that is the end of the Gerhards. I'm trying to go through my head of who's left, but there's the youngest son, but obviously he's doing that long prison sentence and probably isn't cut out for crime anyway. But aside from that, they've just been completely annihilated. And the one guy who I thought was going to help them win the war double-crossed them. He should survive. I hope he survives. Well, that was an absolutely insane finale. I was expecting it to go down. I wasn't expecting it to go down that hard, let alone go down to an insanity of that extent whilst being interrupted by a UFO visit. Okay, and that was episode 9 of season 2 of Fargo, The Castle, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, The Castle, what did I think of that? Wow, I had no idea that this episode was gonna go this hard, seriously. I didn't know what to expect from this episode, but certainly not an absolutely epic showdown like we got at that motel. First things first, I was hoping that Ed and Peggy would make it out, and they did, again, miraculously. What a team they are. Whether they're using tasers or scissors or boiling hot water, they have managed to maneuver their way around the obstacles in this show and get to safety. They would be really good at playing things like Super Mario. They should give it a try. It might be a bit more peaceful than getting shot at or something. I don't know. Give it a shot if you want. And I'm so disappointed that the episode I learnt Dent's name was the episode where he turned full just villain to me. I have no idea. Like when he shot Dodd last episode, I was curious as to what his motivations were. Maybe there was a really justifiable reason. You know, as much as Dodd was an interesting character and fun to watch, he certainly seemed like the type of guy that might have given someone reasons to want to kill him. So I was thinking we might delve into that this episode, but instead we just delved into him committing further treachery to the point where it became obvious that his goal was to just wipe out the entire Gerhard family and kill Ed and Peggy too, and he was basically successful. And it's kind of a sad episode because of that, because that's the end of the war. In one foul swoop, you know, Mike has completed his mission without even raising a gun. The war is over. There isn't a Gerhard left. There is one, the Native American guy, and he certainly isn't batting for the Gerhard's team. So sneaky how he did it as well. Obviously it was the Gerhard's son who told him specifically to wait with the mother, so I guess that's on the son, but how was he to know, you know what I mean? And would it have made a difference if he hadn't have been the one waiting with the mother? He still would have, you know, rifled guys in the back of the head, making it look like they were getting shot by the enemy, then just turn around and kill the one who was waiting with the mother, then just kill the mother when everyone else is dead. So I don't think that made a difference in how it played out, but specifically the fact that he got to wait with the mother made it a far more like intimate and thus treacherous killing, because he stabbed her staring her in the eyes in cold blood. Just absolutely horrific. And then snaked his entire family and, you know, judged them for the people they are. I guess they were all flawed people, and I'm sure Otto was a piece of shit when he was a young man, but he did bring that guy into the family when he was 8 years old. So, you know, if he didn't like it, he could have left way younger, he could have done a million things, but he stuck with the family right up until the age he was now, then decided to execute them all very sneakily in one foul swoop. Don't get it, but yeah, it's a shame. I really liked his character. He was one of my favourites this season, and this episode has made me see him more as a villain now, and not an enjoyable villain like the biggest piece of shit villain of the entire series. But what an ending, just the action, bodies flying left and right, and yeah, the flying saucer. Now obviously we saw this in episode 1, just before that Gerhard was hit by the car. He saw one in the sky, and I just wondered if that was him like on drugs or tripping, or it was some other weird shit. He seemed to be like the only one that saw it, and then he was hit by the car, so you know, was it him hallucinating the car headlights was a flying saucer kind of thing? There was a lot of reasons to kind of explain it away earlier, but yeah, this episode, unequivocally, aliens are real in the Fargo TV series, or advanced government crafts are real in the Fargo TV series, because that shit came right down. And I don't blame the UFO, because that was some intense shit. If I was an alien and I saw a good gun battle popping off on a little planet somewhere, I'd be like, yo, let's go down there, man, check this shit out. And I like to think that's what the aliens were doing. They even put spotlights on the people. They were like, yo, there's some better lighting for your kill shot, go ahead, have at. Now, how this pertains to the larger story, I think it's just like a bit of flavour to the script, and probably will have no consequential outcome to the end of the series, other than, you know, the fact that, you know, Peggy will probably return to the craft and go back to her home planet in episode 10. But yeah, aside from that, I think it's just like a little bit of flavouring to make it more interesting and unique. And me personally, I love things like that, conspiracy theory and stuff. When I was younger, I was a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. Now I'm older, I'm not so much, but I am aware that you should look into all of them, even though 99.9% of them might be bullshit. Every now and again, you know, that 0.1% is proven to be true, thus making it justifiable to look into them. And for the ones you look into which are not true, you're still taking away a lot of creative stuff. For example, the people who made Stranger Things were definitely into such conspiracies as the Montauk Project, MK Ultra, and things of that nature. So yeah, it's good creative juice to just, when you're sitting writing, if you like that sort of subject matter, you can think of some really cool esoteric ideas just from researching conspiracy theories. Not ripping off the conspiracy theory, but just that takes your mind in a direction where you can start thinking of your own interesting off-center ideas. So yeah, I guess the UFO thing, some people would find a bit jarring, but me personally, I really like it because it just adds yet another layer to what is already an incredible show. And this is certainly a standout episode, easily one of the best episodes of the entire series, and I guess next week we have the finale, and I cannot wait. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.